Kill the mics.
All the good girls you take out for dinner, but all the bad girls you take out for liquor. All the good girls, they don't pull the trigger, but all the bad girls, they pull it much quicker. It's never too late to get down and party, switching from good to bad, cause you're not a feeling inside, oh inside your body. Let it come out with shots of Bacardi. Let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. All the good girls, they act like beginners. All the bad girls, they know that they're sinners. All the good girls are really good kissers. All the bad girls are really good strippers. Baby, don't slow it down, let's keep going. I think that you and I should lose clothing. I think that all you girls just need coaching. So let me show you how, let's get on it. Just let your body go. We'll take it nice and slow. Just let your mind be free and come in close. All the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they go to heaven, but the bad girls, they get backstage. Oh, the good girls, they but the bad girls, they oh, the good girls, they but the bad girls, they
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.
I can feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplify deep inside once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.
Got a body and she naughty, never want her off me. Hot like wasabi, hot like some coffee. We drink like a hobby, like to get sloppy. We ain't never stopping.
Yeah. I just wanna drink with this girl all day. I don't wanna think, I just want to play. Keep me underneath the sheets while we sleep all day. I just wanna feed everything I crave.
I recall the first day that I met you. How could I forget you? No, I don't regret you. Hope I don't upset you. I miss laying in bed too. Your head up on my chest, you were never second best, boo.
Sipping on some liquor, we remember all the good times. Live a little quicker, thinking bigger, wish we could climb. Look up in the mirror, see it clear for our first time. Just a couple sinners, man, I wish I could reverse time.
Yeah, we fake it till we make it, or we break it off and hate it. Getting faded, getting naked, every time I feel impatient. And sometimes I can't escape it, I just wanna feel you shaping. Like my dreams, I can't sit back, I have to chase them.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.
Okay, no matter what happens, everybody just act professional.
All right. What is professional?
Yeet! What's up?
What's up?
I swear, you two are the weirdest mother I've ever met. But that's why I love y'all too.
You just jelly.
You're just jelly because I'm white and sexy. Let me get a little closer to my mic.
No, he's just jelly because he doesn't have a haircut like this.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you mean a haircut like this?
Yeah, like that one.
The faux
Yeah, I'm
hawk.
just going full bald again here in a week. So
I'm gonna leave my hat off.
Really?
oh, he messing with a juju.
You messing with the juju, bro.
All right, let me put the hat back on.
We have a weird superstition about it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
They have a weird superstition.
Let's go ahead and just jump into the intros, and then we'll.
Yep.
Because we got a lot to do.
I'm me. He's him, and he's him.
Ready? If you have earphones, put your hands like this. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to Nobody's Listening on audio,
Alex Fatman Gregory.
on video.
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
So we're gonna do a couple of different things. Bet you're wondering what these are for. We will talk about that. Do you want to hit this right away, or do you want to hit what we were just talking about?
Let's go ahead and because everyone's talking about it. It just happened last night.
Yeah, it was like very serious. And usually we wouldn't cover stuff like this, but
If anyone's been watching the news between 10 o'clock Central Standard Time last night and today, you'll know there was an attack in New Zealand. Churchill, New Zealand.
Christchurch.
Christchurch, New Zealand. Two churches were shot up.
yeah,
I lost count of the death toll and the injury toll.
Was it churches that got
yeah,
shut
it
up?
was
They-
mosques,
They were mosques, but
but
my firm belief is you should not attack a place of worship.
I didn't
Whether
know,
you are
I didn't know what
Hindu-
had happened. I didn't know if it was like a business.
Whether
or
you're
no.
whether you're Hindu, Jewish, Catholic, old school Christian, Muslim, don't attack people's place of
Well, and-
worship.
and-
That's where you go to get closer in your spiritual beliefs, not to get shot at.
and that's the thing.
And
too.
so today, my hopes and prayers personally are with them. You know,
I
my
agree.
condolences on the loss. May the ones they captured be brought to speedy justice. I'm not sure how New Zealand's justice system works. So
I honestly, I don't know anything about
I
that
didn't
either.
even think about that. I don't know if they do capital punishment or.
God, I hope so. Because I mean, the
Hmm.
thing is, I don't really agree all that much with a lot of the religion. I'll be honest and blunt, but that is still not a reason to shoot a whole bunch of innocent people who probably weren't doing anything other than prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't believe in it doesn't mean that I wish them harm. So it's one of those things where just things like that I can't believe are being done. Shooting up
It
any
happens
kind
over
of
here.
church. Yeah, I know, and that's
Yeah,
the thing.
We had
Shooting up any kind of
I
church.
think it was last year before last, the church that was getting shot up, and it just so happened to be
a guy who lived nearby.
a good guy with a gun.
Yeah, and
But guns are outlawed over there. I wonder how they got those guns.
I know, right?
but
And
you
of
know,
course, the internet was already in debate about that last night.
Oh, I know.
You know,
yeah,
but even where they are legal, you ain't supposed to have guns in places of worship. And I'm just sitting there like, there are churches where we live that have armed people
security.
watching
Yep.
it now. All you have to do in America is get permission from your pastor or the deacons.
Usually the whole
Usually the church
congregation.
will.
Yeah.
Usually the church will put together a security team.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
Well, and even then, if you got an advanced concealed carry permit,
yeah,
you can still keep people
yeah.
safe.
Or some of the bigger churches will hire their security companies. That's all they do is security for churches.
Actually, we have one in the company we work for that has a church under them.
But anyway, our thoughts and prayers go out to them and New Zealand. I like Alex said, I have to totally agree. I hope they go to.
Actually,
That's-
Skylar was nice enough to look it up. They don't have capital punishment or the death penalty.
Oh God.
Maybe
Well-
they'll be nice and make an exception for this group.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry that it happened,
Yeah.
but it just goes to show that you outlaw every source of that. You can't even have a pocket knife. You can't even have a
Yeah.
knife. You outlaw any source of defense you have, and guess what? Who's going to have the weapons?
Mm-hmm.
The bad guys.
well, see, like
The cop. I don't think they're cop. I know in England they don't have armed cops. I don't know if their cops in New Zealand.
I
are
think they
armed.
follow under the same rules,
But I do know that in
Well-
England they have their unarmed, and then they have their
Yeah.
armed police.
which
And
are
their
usually
armed
like
police-
SWAT.
Their
Pretty
armed
much.
police go through so much more.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous.
But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to something fun. Again, thoughts and prayers out to them.
Yeah.
On
On a lighter note,
a lighter
we have
note,
the roulette.
we Alex actually kind of threw this at us last night. We were like, you know what? Screw it. It'll be something different for the show. We are actually going to play M&M roulette. Now, what flavors did you grab?
They're the
caramel,
three newest
coconut, and jalapeno.
toffee, coconut, and jalapeno.
Oh,
the
toffee.
three newest flavors.
Oh my god!
I have only tried one of each of these. Now, Kyle, you hate jalapeno.
I'm not a jalapeno.
See, I
person.
like jalapeno, but I hate toffee.
See, I don't mind toffee.
And this would be perfect if that one down there hated coconut.
I know.
I like all of those.
See, we should got Andrew because he hated coconut.
But nonetheless, what was your plan, your idea for doing all this? Like everybody
Just
grab one.
randomly grab one every few seconds and just see what you get.
I'm gonna try this blue one. I'm partial to blue.
You know what, I'm gonna grab a green and watch it be jalapeno.
I think I got coconut.
Read this coconut too.
I'm not
Color. The colors don't indicate the flavor, does it?
Mm-mm.
Not that I know of.
Brown one. I'm eating the brown one.
It tastes fine. It tastes like an M&M. I
Well,
don't know. Maybe my sinuses are bad.
I ate a bag of the coconut
All right,
last
this is
night.
toffee. I had coconut last. This one's
Oh,
toffee.
that was jalapeno.
What
That's
color was it?
jalapeno.
I called it on the. You called it on the back side, didn't you?
Yeah.
What color was it?
Green.
All right, dark green.
Yellow.
That yellow.
Ugh.
That's white.
It's
Ooh.
not bad. I'll be thoroughly honest.
Actually,
Me
that was pretty good.
hating jalapeno, at least in a full form. This isn't bad. It's kind of a spicy chocolate.
This isn't
Actually, it
jalapeno.
catches you at the end.
Yeah, that's what it does. It catches you at the end.
I'm just dodging all around the jalapenos.
I think most of the dark green are.
Yeah,
Let me
I
take my glasses off so I can see.
so I can pick a proper color.
James, being color aligned with M&M roulette and putting the thing way over there. Thank
You
you.
like one? You know what?
Yeah, blue's my favorite
Ah.
color. So
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
That's good.
You know what?
that's weird because it catches you. You're not.
I am. I'm gonna regret.
Try for a color variety. This ought to be funny. What colors you got?
All right, so that one.
You know who would like
light brown?
jalapeno M&M?
what?
Ben.
Ben.
Benjamin.
Yeah, Ben would totally. Let me grab a yellow too. I'm gonna regret this.
This bottle of water's been sitting here since last week. Crunch, crunch.
Oh,
That's all I can hear in my headphones.
I know it's like
Let
shut up.
me get a small
He's
handful.
slowing down on his chewing.
I have dark green, lime green, yellow, 2 blues, a dark brown, and a boo-boo brown.
You know what? It's not that bad.
You say that, but the jalapeno don't hit till you get ready to swallow.
No. Oh my god. Jalapeno, bro. I don't like that.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Shut up. But no. That's actually kind of like a spicy coffee.
Sounds disgusting just cause coffee.
I love coffee. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit
Jalapeno
one
M&M
of the.
had to have been thought of by a Mexican.
People are saying the faces Kyle is making.
Oh, you have no idea. Yo, that is rough, man.
Or a crazy white dude in Louisiana.
Let's hit the first story.
I
while we're doing
guarantee,
this.
I tell you what, I like them
Where's your book?
jalapeno M&Ms.
Shit, it's over there.
All right, first story. We've been dicking around enough.
Yeah, I know. We've dicked around enough, and usually we don't do that.
Yeah, but he left his book over there. Go get your book.
Here's your book. Where's your book?
My book is in my backpack.
See, this is what happens when he goes like 2 months without using it, and then he's like, okay, we really need to do some type of structure because we keep going all over the damn place.
All right.
And then he forgets
First
his
thing,
book.
what the first thing we wanted to talk about was we didn't even discuss that.
No, we really didn't. We're kind of winging it today.
Yeah.
We just picked out a couple things we wanted to talk about.
I've only got one story written down because the rest is pretty self-explanatory. So I got Brightburn.
Brightburn.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer for
Yes.
Brightburn?
Yes. So if you haven't seen the
Particularly-
trailer,
Look up the second trailer. Not the first one, but the second trailer is
both
the
are
good
still
one.
good. Both are
The
still
second one though is creepy.
good. Honestly,
It looks like. Go ahead.
The thing about it is, if you haven't seen the trailer, try to picture a horror movie where Superman is the killer.
As a kid. As a kid.
As a teenager. I would say teenager. I wouldn't say kid.
From what I understand, they essentially took the idea behind Superman
Yeah.
and gave it kind of an alternate universe type setup where he still landed in Kansas, but it wasn't the Kents that found him.
Yeah.
It was another
It's
family
not
that
done by DC though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But they took that same. How did you figure all that out? I just watched the trailer.
because I looked it up.
I figured it out just from watching the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, like
Not making yourself sound smart.
no, like Kansas is in the trailer. They literally state
Yeah, I
that it's
know.
in Kansas.
I know. I know, but it's. I wonder if they're going to have any kind of copyright problems.
See, that was something that crossed my mind. A lot of people are
If
actually
I
calling this the
understand-
Superman knockoff.
Well, from what I understand, DC did give their consent to use his abilities.
Oh yeah, because you
Really?
Yeah, because his abilities are copyrighted.
Well, I mean, somebody pointed out to me yesterday it wasn't the first movie that they've done this with, where you could tell it was a DC character,
Jalapeno.
but they changed the name
yeah.
and changed up other details, but it was still.
Well, comic books
know,
do that too because
yeah.
there's an assassin that works for the League of Shadows in DC that can stick to walls, and he's a smart ass, and he can shoot webs.
Really?
Yeah,
I hadn't seen that.
You mean
guy.
Black Spider?
he kind of looks like Spider-Man if he
Black
wore purple.
Spider?
Well, oh, Black Spider was his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
He was essentially Spider-Man, but redone with a dark suit.
There's
And
a
in
Hulk
DC.
character, a Hulk type character in DC too. So I mean, they all kind of do this kind of tongue in cheek, kind of elbow nod, because the fans fight, but the companies get along.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you got to think they're
So,
making a fuck.
Yes,
ton
I
of
have
money.
that, and I have seen what you're talking about. People are waging war against. It's not actually DC. They ripped it off. DC gave their consent.
Yeah.
Well, see,
that was one of my
I didn't
questions.
even see anything on that where DC gave their consent.
I had to dig.
Oh, really?
I had to dig.
Hmm.
There was finally a commenter on Reddit that was like, "Here's the page. DC gave their blessing on this. They were fine with it. That's
Huh.
why they allowed them to do it. Is they wanted a creepy movie but didn't want to rehash the same idea. So what do
Yeah.
you do? You do something really twisted. You take one of the greatest heroes of all time and
Take away
Make him
his
horrible.
morals and
Did any,
see, Superman grew up Southern Baptist, so that's and you take away the Southern Baptist out of it. That's what you, and this is what you get.
No, like, did anybody else look at the gas mask and immediately think, "Are you my mommy?" Am I the
Are
only
you
one
my
that thought
mommy?
that? Because as soon as they showed him in the gas mask and just kind of floating off of the ground, the first thing that crossed my mind was like, "Are you my mommy?"
Doctor Who.
I got a
Doctor Who
question.
reference for those that don't know.
out of all the scenes in the second trailer, did both of y'all's butt cheeks kind of pucker and your heart drop when you saw him cutting through the freezer door?
No,
Like,
I thought that was
mine
so
was
cool.
just a few seconds before that when she's pulling the glass
Yeah.
shard out of her
Oh yeah,
eye.
that's the part that made my toes. curl.
I was sitting there going, "Oh!"
It's like-
I couldn't imagine
It's
doing
like
that.
that
to myself.
movie, that moment in the trailer when you realize he's evil. He is evil.
Do you know? Honestly, I had the biggest flipping
so
question because
Superman meets Omen.
Yeah.
you know, honestly, what it made me think of. Do you remember the movie Chronicle?
I tried to watch it, I couldn't.
I loved it.
Every time
I
I
loved
tried to
that
watch
movie.
it,
It was
I
a
would
really
fall
good movie.
asleep.
But anyway, that's what it made me think of is Chronicle to the next extent, adding a lot more of the superpowers to it.
So how much do you want to bet that the way that it either ends with him growing up and becoming a totalitarian dictator, kind of like in Injustice, the story arc, or they find some sort of bacteria in his ship that's the only thing that can hurt him, aka his kryptonite.
I don't know. You know, honestly, it's kind of tossed up in the air. A lot of people
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the symbol for the House of Zod?
Brightburn? That's a backwards B and a straight B. That's Brightburn.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I've been trying to
two
figure that
Bs.
out, but I couldn't find anybody making
the logo-
reference to the logo in
The
it.
logo is a straight line. It's like that. And it's just BB Blackburn.
Basically, I'm doing a rough sketching here.
Here you go.
Get right in my way. And
Sorry, I was gonna hold it up a little closer.
And this is the symbol you see everywhere.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Get a little bit closer. Yeah, good enough.
that symbol right there.
Brightburn. That's what it's. Two B's. Brightburn. They're not really.
So, and actually, Brightburn is on his shirt. If you actually pay attention in the trailer, when it shows him getting bullied by the kids, and she goes to help him up, and he squeezes her hand, and she starts flipping out. If you actually,
I'm pretty sure he crushes her hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where they were leading to. But the one thing that actually got me more than anything, though, the woman who pulls the shard out of her eye, I was trying to figure out what she could have done to him to cause a reaction like that.
She got his order wrong.
I said, fries not tot, you bitch.
I said, ketchup on the side.
Not on the tots. But nonetheless, it's one of those things where there's a lot of debate going on. You know, how's DC going to react? Are they going to deal with the copyright issues? Which, you know, if DC really did give their permission, then we're golden. And I'm actually really excited about this film. I can't wait to see it. I really want to see this film.
Well, at first I wasn't really impressed, but now I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to see it.
Well,
KOS Southeastern actually posed a good thought. What if this could be what if this is a start for like the inverse universe DC series?
just not labeled.
Yeah, not labeled. You know, to preserve their good heroes, they're doing it under a different name. I mean, studios have done that for years. I mean, look at Disney.
Yeah.
They have multiple labels that they put stuff under their other names, like MGM.
Yeah.
I think
Their
it's MGM.
Elseworlds, What Ifs, and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's another jalapeno.
Non-main timeline. Speaking of superheroes,
Oh, God.
uh,
So I'm about to tear into somebody.
why?
I got a lot of stuff to talk about with that one. So sorry. Let's jump to the next story because there's not a lot on Brightburn, though exciting.
There's
just-
nothing there yet to really.
Yeah, there's really nothing there.
But
So,
anyway, talking about
go ahead.
Seattle. All right, the Seattle Knight, Phoenix Jones. I guess you could say he's the first and only real life superhero.
Oh, not that one. I thought you were talking about Captain Marvel, but keep going.
No. We'll do Captain Marvel later. You want to bitch about Captain Marvel first?
No. Give me
Okay.
time to think about it.
Okay. Phoenix Jones, the first and only, I guess, real life superhero. He announced his retirement the other day. I think it was Wednesday.
Mhm.
Basically, he was on a podcast.
Didn't he say something about the reason behind it was he felt like he just wasn't making a
Yeah,
difference?
yeah. I listened to the whole podcast. That was like
Yeah.
the longest interview that I've ever heard him in.
Mm.
And
How long was it?
it was about an hour and some change.
Okay.
He said that he no longer felt like he was making a difference. He thought he was going to be inspiring people to, like, hey, look at what this dude is doing, you know, and maybe making people think twice about their actions. But he doesn't feel like that he's doing anything, and so he's decided to retire.
That's the thing.
And
though.
I mean, he didn't just walk around and break up fights outside of bars like that. The things he did, there were things he's done things that he really can't go into detail about.
Yeah.
You know, he's had so many arrests and convictions under him just from what he's doing. I'm not talking about Helicopter Dick, which was one of the guys that was swinging his junk outside of a bar, and he actually did some good. And just listening to his interview and him talking about a girl that he was on patrol, and there was a drive-by shooting, and they were targeting one guy, and she got shot. and him talk about that and how it was. She was dead, and they come and they took her away, and they washed the blood down the drains, and everybody just went on about their lives, and it's set with him. So I mean, it sounds to me like he's got some PTSD,
Probably.
and it's
Maybe.
bothering him, and I guess that's one of the things that's made him want to retire.
Here's the thing, and this is no disrespect to him at all. Period. But I don't know what he was expecting. I mean, this isn't some cinema film where you're Batman and, it's not the hero we need kind of thing. The hero that we want kind of thing. To me, it's going to take a hell of a lot for him to inspire a whole bunch of people to stop doing crime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would seriously take a lot. Oh, excuse me. But it to me, it just sounds like he's giving up, and I don't really like the sound of that because I'm behind Phoenix Jones. There's a lot of good things he has done that I have heard of. James has told me several of his stories.
Yeah, because I follow him pretty close.
I got a question.
Okay.
Because you've been following him longer than any of us.
Mhm.
Wasn't he didn't he inspire his stuff off of Batman, partially?
What are you talking about, like his uniform and stuff?
Well, his whole crime fighting persona thing.
He's not just some guy that went to and bought an expensive costume and started fighting crime. I mean, he's a
World championship.
he's a championship fighter. He's an MMA fighter. He was a karate champion. He's in very good shape. He's very well trained. He's got like $8,000 or $10,000 worth of equipment that he has with him. So he didn't just decide, hey, I'm going to be a superhero.
He didn't attach the blender from his mom's kitchen to his belt buckle and say, "This is my grappling hook."
No, I mean he went about it as smart, and he's gotten in trouble a lot too from intervening. He had one incident where he was being sued. I believe he pepper sprayed, and pepper spray got on somebody, and they wanted to sue him. And me and Kyle used to work in a bar, and I know how it is when you let pepper spray out, and everybody wants to get around and get up under you while you let the pepper spray out, and they cry because they got shit in their eyes.
You sprayed me in the face.
It was backsplash.
It was not backsplash.
It was backsplash.
Okay,
I mean, he was made to unmask on television as part of an agreement.
And see, I don't think that's right.
I don't think he should have unmasked.
I don't think he should have either.
Because everywhere he goes, everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way,
people watching this might not know who the hell I'm talking about. His name is Phoenix Jones. His real name is Ben Fodder. He's a superhero.
Brave Couch Ninja said, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Couch?"
But
I guess we'll just call you Couch Ninja.
Talking about Phoenix Jones and having M&M roulette.
Yeah, we're having M&M roulette. We actually have.
I think I even went to when this was announced. I
Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, I sent him a tweet. I mean, I said, "End of an era. Say what you will about him, but in my opinion, he was an inspiration for people.
Yeah.
It takes a certain something for someone to go out each night looking to help others the way he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was legit.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a costume handing out.
He wasn't like
sandwiches.
Blank Man.
He wasn't in a costume handing out sandwiches at the at the homeless shelter.
Or gone to
he was
visit
actually
the kids at the cancer ward.
Yeah, I mean, and he
I think he did do stuff like that.
Oh,
though,
yeah.
on
I mean, he did do stuff like that, but that wasn't his. He was on the streets. He was doing things. He was working with the cops.
Someone caught something.
Jalapeno.
I mean, and if you go and look him up, the whole podcast, it's done by it's mynorthwest.com, and they do a podcast. I think it's Northwest Nerds.
Yeah.
But look up and listen to that. Look them up, and I'll try and remember and add a link to it.
Phoenix Jones, this actually goes out to him. If you want to do a call with us or something, man, we would be
if you want to get on
more
the phone
than
with
happy
us.
to talk to you, because we are fans of yours. I mean, I know I'm being devil's advocate here, but the truth is I actually follow you on Twitter. I really do like what you do. So
my thing is, though, he's essentially turning in the towel because he feels like he isn't making a difference. Every life he has helped
he has made
a difference.
Right.
Now, if the whole
And
point
you're
was
not-
just because he's not inspiring others, I mean, let's look at
You
the
don't have
comics.
to-
Batman doesn't inspire
you don't-
sane people, but
you don't have to
does still help.
inspire. You can inspire other people to do good in their communities without them having to brandish body armor. That's how I think he has inspired people to do better.
Yeah.
He's just dealing with the low end of the spectrum and doesn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dealing with the surplus population most of the time. So he doesn't see the good that he's done. I know it made me, made me feel good, that somebody was out there wanting to do that. I mean, the whole reason why he's wearing a costume was like, cops show up, they don't know who to shoot.
Yeah.
Don't shoot the guy that's dressed up like a superhero.
The guy that jumped out of DC Comics. Don't shoot him. I mean,
I think he's a good man.
I
think he's done a good thing.
I think his heart's in the right place. I really do.
I got the toffee.
I like the toffee.
Like you missed it. He hates jalapeno and I hate toffee.
And he likes all three. We actually have coconut, toffee, and jalapeno all in here, and we're just kind of like randomly grabbing. And say, I'm scared to touch that. I'm gonna go to a
I think this one was a jalapeno.
But the thing is with Phoenix Jones, and I say this with all sincere, just he is throwing in the towel, and that's not something a superhero would do. You know what I mean? And it kind of upsets me that he's doing this for that exact reason. Because when I think of a superhero, I think of somebody who will rise above the challenge.
Yeah.
Who will, even though may not be getting mass media attention or social media attention, he's out there doing something right. And like Alex stated, it's you may not affect everybody, but the ones that you did help, you're affecting their lives. You probably saved them from God knows what. You probably stopped people from taking drugs. You probably stopped a rape, a killing, just a nasty fight that could have left somebody severely injured and not being able to work. I mean, you probably stopped some things like that and don't even realize it.
I do know that he helped stop a sex trafficking ring,
See?
which was really good. You did make a difference, Phoenix Jones, and
so
I'm not gonna, tell you that not to retire.
Yeah,
it's your life.
I am. Hold on. Do not throw in the towel yet.
Hand me that bottle of water. Over
Seriously,
there,
don't throw in the towel. This goes out to Phoenix Jones, and I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm being really sincere. Yeah, I'm fighting it right now.
I still got toffee taste. See if I can find it.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go for the green.
But the thing is I don't think you need to throw in the towel. If you are going to hold a persona as a superhero, and yes, I understand they made you demasked and they made you do several other things, so that way, you can be in the public's eye safely, I guess.
There was an attempted bombing that he stopped, and it turned out to be a very poorly assembled bomb. But just the fact that he was there and chased these guys off.
I mean, that's lives he could have saved. What if it would have been?
Would have been a legit bomb.
Yeah. Or, what if it would have been on a short timer?
Federal agents showed up right after that, and he's thinking to himself, this is how Phoenix Jones dies. And they go right by him, and he gets ready, and they're doing their thing, and he gets ready to leave and starts leaving. One of the agents says, "Are you okay, Jones?"
Oh,
so I mean, he made connections with some powerful people.
It's like
law
he got
enforcement.
lucky. It was a poorly assembled garage built bomb, not a dirty bomb built by someone that knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you've changed people's lives. You didn't do it on a massive scale like Batman. You didn't save the city.
Well, they're fictional characters. They can
and
in the real world you can only operate like that so much and for so long.
And I understand if he's worn out. I get it.
Yeah.
I thoroughly get it. I really do. And I couldn't imagine doing that, Does he have a regular job? I mean,
I don't know what he does to make money.
How do you make
I know
a
he's an
living?
MMA fighter, so I don't know how much that pays. I don't know what level he's at.
It depends on the
but
level.
But he's damn good.
But, don't throw in the towel, man. This is just a call out to you, man. Do not throw in the towel. I really want to see more out of you.
He's been doing this for what, 10 years?
About
15?
10 years.
I know.
He was essentially a kid when he got started.
Yeah, well,
when other people his age were out having parties and going places and on this and that, he spends a buttload of money, making body armor.
Probably doing pizza delivery so you can
Well,
pay for it.
Making body armor, aesthetically pleasing, and going out every night looking for bad people to hurt.
Actually, sounds kind of like fun.
I know. I've thought about it.
I wouldn't mind patrolling with him.
Oh,
Go to Seattle and patrol with the Seattle Night,
just for the hell of it.
just for the hell of it. I mean, I've got training and certain skills. I could help him.
I can't run.
Get shot.
Not the way my knee is. I can't run. But I'll definitely get into a fight with you, man. I'll back you up.
I mean, me being police and about to go to the police academy, I don't know how that would affect just me going around and walking around with him.
Okay, so someone's actually asking, who is Phoenix Jones?
Who is Phoenix Jones?
Oh, that's
Go ahead
Couch
and pull
Ninja.
up an image of him real quick, and I'll kind of
Okay,
describe.
so Phoenix
No,
Jones.
I'll just put it
He's
in.
in Seattle, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Phoenix Jones is an actual superhero, is a real individual, and he recently, I think you said Wednesday,
I think it was Wednesday. Yeah.
announced his retirement. Now, he has an actual costume with body armor and yada, yada, yada.
And he's been patrolling the streets
For
for
like
10 years.
10 flipping years in Seattle. It is insane the fact that he's been doing this. And he looks like an awesome, like he could be a
Yeah.
comic book character. Honestly, if he is going to retire, that's what he needs to do, is get with an artist and start working on actual stories that he's done.
Yeah.
Change some of the names, some of the locations, yada, 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 for, legal reasons. But
There he is. There's a picture of him. Let me
Yeah.
move that around.
that is Phoenix Jones. Go ahead and blow it up really big so everybody can see it in case they're on small phones.
That's Phoenix Jones.
That is Phoenix Jones in Seattle.
That's his armor. It's modified costume armor. He has heavy duty body armor underneath it.
I mean, that's insane. I mean, to take something that you see in comic books and go, you know what?
Why doesn't anybody do this for real?
Yeah, yeah.
Do y'all remember hearing about the first story, or his first story about what happened?
Car got broke into? I
No. It was he was trying to do the whole rooftop thing like Batman, and it was a woman who got mugged. Well, by the time he could get off the building and down to street level, the guy took off.
Oh man.
And she was like, "What are you doing? If you would have been here like 2 minutes ago."
Thank you.
What?
And he took off after the guy. Sadly, the guy did get away.
Couch Ninja.
Yeah.
You're thinking the same way I did. He said he looks like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and
He kinda
Spider-Man
does.
had a baby,
Yeah.
and he grew up to be awesome. Yeah, that's exactly.
He's a legit superhero.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have any superpowers.
No
but
superpower. I mean, he's
Neither
very
does-
skilled
neither
martial
does
arts.
Batman.
would he be
or
considered
Iron
a
Man.
vigilante?
No,
Kinda.
no, he wouldn't. No, vigilantes act. There's a difference between what he's doing and vigilantism.
Okay.
Now, legally, I don't think there's any difference, but from a different aspect, from a different view of it, what he's doing is not in the act of a vigilante. A vigilante would hunt down a specific person, and it's basically taking the law. He doesn't really take the law into his hands. He works within the law.
Yes.
He works within the
Yeah.
law. Vigilante takes the law into their own hands.
And that's the thing is he actually the police know who he is. Doesn't he have a registration with the police department?
Well, he's not only done this in Seattle; he's done this in other states and other countries also. He's helped with
What'd you get, Jalapeno? You red in the face, dude.
Oh my god. But anyway,
By the way, I'm pretty sure at this point the green are all jalapeno.
Well,
I figured that
he's not a. I mean, what he's doing is no different than a concerned citizen, but he's working within the law. They've tried to sue him and arrest him several times. He's beaten it all, of course,
Yeah.
and he works with the officers. Now, I don't know if they've made some sort of an agreement or what, but
Well, see,
But see, by definition, if he's not an ordained officer of the law,
and,
he's a
certified,
vigilante.
not ordained, certified.
certified, if
Well, that's no different than when me and him were bouncers at the bar. We intervened in things.
yeah, we did. But
but y'all were also being paid by a company to protect their building. That was security guard work.
And it's also no different than being a good Samaritan.
yeah.
Yeah, but like a good Samaritan breaks up a single act. He actually went out to find the axe.
I kind of have to agree with a Brave Couch Ninja here. He says a concerned citizen taking the law in his own hands is in fact a vigilante.
He hasn't taken any laws into his own hands, though. He hasn't
He doesn't
been judge,
technically
jury, and
arrest
executioner.
them. He basically calls the
It's like,
police for
hey,
most of the
this
stuff he
guy
does.
is beating this person up. I'm going to get him off. Get him off of this person. I'm going to detain him until the police get here. Taking the law into your own hands is saying, well, this guy got off on this charge, and then you go and shoot him. That's taking the law into your own hands.
I don't know now. They called Batman a vigilante, and he was doing
Vigilante's fake,
that.
or Batman's fake.
Yeah, but
still, though, the basic concept is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
there.
beaten. They've tried to get him on that stuff, and he's beaten it every time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been operating for 10 years.
I'm not saying that he's
There's a
wrong
lot
for
of
doing it. I'm
parallels,
just
I
saying
mean.
that technically, I would consider him a vigilante. Just
Vigilante
like
to me is-
law-abiding citizen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vigilante is just like a dirty word to me.
No,
When you say vigilante, I'm thinking about
I love vigilantes.
this person decides that he doesn't like the judges or the courts or the law's decision and goes and takes care of the problem himself.
I would call that a hitman. That's
Yeah,
just
if you've got
me.
a single target you're going after, you're a hitman.
That's just my opinion.
I don't know. I would like to patrol with him. and-
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it to be
That would
mean
be
to him.
awesome.
I'm just saying, the legal
It's a
definition.
play on words.
I
Yeah.
would consider it a legal definition that he is technically a vigilante. There's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I encourage it. I think it honestly
I would
should
like
be
to
done.
see more people like him.
Well, apparently there's a group in New York that
Yeah,
does
they're-
stuff like
the-
that, but I hear
yeah.
that they're kind of shady. They like run around in rocker outfits and skateboards, and
Yep.
they do parkour across
Yeah.
rooftops, and for like they're like the
He's like a neighborhood watch
Yeah.
that goes into other neighborhoods.
that's what they consider themselves as a form of neighborhood watch because they call the police if they see robberies in like your local shopping district up there.
I
in
mean,
New
we've
York
also
and
got
things
a
like
group
that,
called the
so-
Guardian Angels
Really?
that are trained citizens that patrol their areas. You've never heard of the Guardian Angels?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
All right, let me pull up a picture. What does a Guardian Angel look like?
Hmm.
But anyway,
This ought to
while
be
he's looking
fun
for that,
using Google.
hell yeah, we're having fun with this. But I mean, the thing is that I really think Knights of the Night. See, I
Okay.
don't know that one either.
I think I've seen part of that one. It was kind of like Phoenix Jones.
Yeah, and there's several people that do it. There's just several. Didn't they make fun of them on the Zohan movie?
I
Don't mess
know.
with the Zohan. You know,
I'm gonna put this image up here. We don't own this image or anything like that. This is just for informational purposes.
Okay. But anyway, there are several people that do stuff like this. I don't know if
That's the Guardian Angels.
okay.
They're red windbreakers and red berets, and they patrol their neighborhoods. And
Where's this at? Is this like all across the country? Or
I think
is
so,
this-
but it's mainly in New York.
okay. So they're more of a
Aw. I went
Ah.
up there and didn't get to see one.
I know, right?
I'd have remembered someone wearing all red like that.
See, and that's their logo. But
Okay,
this
yeah.
is their website, guardianangels.org.
Shout
Safety
out to them.
patrol, use programs, volunteer, donate, Guardian.
I think I've been in that subway.
See, they have what's called perv busters.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I've been in that subway. Hey, knowing they're there makes me feel a little bit safer that I was down. Actually, the subway wasn't bad. They're not as bad as people make them out. The smell was the worst part.
That's
See,
cool.
they're making a data list of people who've done pervy shit.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
cool.
I like
I mean,
that.
So you got-
Busters.
Definitely like that.
So you've got the Guardian Angels, and you've got people like Phoenix Jones. And my belief is that you're supposed to take care of your home. Okay, you don't just walk around and let just because it's the-
Actually, kind of what he just mentioned kind of goes back to this pepper spray incident with Phoenix Jones.
yeah. That
Did you see the comment? The two comments.
Yeah.
which way? Like the
the
white
last
Right.
What
two.
if you were wrongly attacked by a vigilante and injured? Would you be upset, or would you just be like, "It's okay, I get
It
it"?
depends
no
on
worries."
how injured I am.
Yeah, like if I'm like can't walk, yeah, I might have an issue. But if they pepper spray me or accidentally tase me, which I've had both, I'm I'm okay. You know, I'm not going to be too upset if if this individual is trying to stop something that could be worse.
Kyle, you've just inspired me for a new skit. Thank you. It's gonna hurt, but it's gonna be funny.
I still got plenty of pepper spray.
Oh no, I need a taser.
Oh god.
I don't like tasers.
That's okay.
I'd rather use my bare hands. or
It's
pepper
okay.
spray.
Kyle inspired it, so
So glad I volunteered
dance,
for this.
Kyle, dance.
But you know, I'm not going to be that upset. Now, you hit me with a flipping car or shoot me, you better kill me because I'm getting up and I'm kicking your ass and then suing you.
When Phoenix Jones, when you get up and you try to whoop his ass, he's just gonna stomp you in the curb more.
All the more reason to sue
Well,
his ass later.
You know what's cool though? In Seattle, they have what they call mutual combat, where you can challenge somebody to a fight
Yeah,
as long as there's a law officer present.
yeah.
And somebody did that to Phoenix Jones. He was, I don't know, they were doing something and he intervened, and then they challenged him to a fight, and
He was stopping somebody from selling drugs.
and they challenged him to I don't know what exactly. I have to go back and look at it.
I've seen the video,
But,
I know the exact one you're talking
He,
about.
he whooped him. Phoenix Jones got the guy, knocked him out.
It was a pretty good fight. You had to give it to him.
It wasn't a good fight. It was a mauling.
For Phoenix Jones, it was good. But I mean, the thing is I don't think I would be that. Would y'all be upset? I mean, in all honesty, would y'all be upset if he like tased you or something like that? Would you?
If it was something mild that I could walk away from and not have
Yeah.
any real damage,
Here, waterfall it. I forgot to get us water.
oh, I'm good. I still got my drink.
Oh,
My
give me my
little-
shit back.
My little yellow cup that I have on the table.
But
Is it the same one or a new
Before
By the
I
way,
tried to
sponsor
get
us,
in-
M&M's.
Before I tried to get into law enforcement, we worked as bouncers, and I liked Phoenix Jones. I was like, I want to patrol with this dude one day. I can handle myself. I'm smart. I can hang.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Well, I mean,
you know.
you and me have been bouncers. We've been through the injuries and the fights. You know, a normal citizen though, you know, not somebody who didn't spend every weekend tossing out drunks and dealing with stupid
That's
shit.
what separates him from everybody else. Is that to me, I would consider him like a top level athlete, or just about it. I mean, certainly better than the average Joe on the street. He's a very well trained athlete. He's very smart, and he's rather than use his skills solely for in the ring and monetary gain, go out and help people.
Let's make that the question of the week.
Hmm.
If you got injured, would you be? If it was mild, let's
If
consider.
you had a minor injury from a vigilante, would you be okay with it or upset about it?
See, this is where you get into a lot of play on words, though, because what type of? I mean, is this a Phoenix Jones type of person, or is this the soccer
Just
mom who's pissed off about
in
something?
general?
Let me speak to your manager. And see,
Let me speak to your manager, Mary, type of person.
He said, "You're welcome." Thanks, man. We appreciate it. You kind of inspired.
You have
something here.
inspired the question of
You
the
did.
day.
You really did. So nice pat on the back for you, my friend. And that
Yeah.
was actually a Brave Couch Ninja. I'm
Well,
gonna give him a shout out just for giving us the question of the week. But and I like the fact that he said I would be livid.
I don't know.
It really depends on the injury for me. Like
I've,
it
eat-
really
I've had to
does.
eat my own brand before with pepper spray, and I understand it.
I remember.
Like, well, when you go to break up a fight and trying to eject somebody out, I'm not going to sit there and trade punches with you. I've got
Well,
too many tools on my side to help
Do
me.
you care if I tell the story and just what
Go ahead.
actually happened? All right,
Yeah.
so this guy was getting irate with James. I don't remember what actually
He
started
was
the
just
whole
drunk
argument.
and mad and picked up and
And,
targeted one person.
And basically, me and James were walking around with like the shirt that he's wearing right now. We both had security shirts, but we were at two different doors, but we could see each other. He ended up in a fight around the front of the bar. James approached him and started trying to talk with him and reason with him. And when he started kind of lunging at James, I wrapped my arm around this guy's neck, which is legal in our state. I can actually subdue him in that nature if I need to. So I put my arm around him. I did not apply any pressure.
Otherwise, he'd have been out.
Yeah, I would have put him out.
He
in the
was more
hold I was in.
controlling.
But I was able to keep him from, pushing back and lunging at James some more. James pulled out his pepper spray and pointed at the guy's face and said, "Look, it's time for you to go." This guy kept trying to struggle from
He started
me.
pulling you.
And so I squeezed down on him and kind of killed some of his airway for, just a few seconds to kind of get him to, I guess in a way, take a breath. I don't know what it would really be considered, but basically it calms him down. If you add just enough pressure, it'll like it. I guess it's the lack of
They
oxygen.
think they're not going to be able to breathe.
Yeah. So I added just enough pressure, and he took one more lunge when I released. I let go, and he took one more lunge at James. James had the reaction any normal person would, and he let it fly. And my head being next to this guy's head means I got a face full of myself. Not only that, but there were like, it was like somewhere in the vicinity of 50 to 40 people, somewhere around there that was surrounding us.
They all wanted to see.
They all wanted to see. And before you know it, they were completely covered. The entire bar had basically exploded. Try to imagine a pepper bomb just going right in the middle of the fight. That's exactly
There's just
what
something
happened.
about people around here. If there's a fight, they all want to gather around and see.
Yeah.
So they put themselves in danger, and I will hold no responsibility for their injuries.
Alex, James, Kyle's weaknesses are superheroes. Alex, Sugar, James are rich, and Kyle, water jug.
Okay, I mean,
By the way, everyone, if everything goes as planned, keep an eye on Twitter next Tuesday, because we will probably be doing a tribute to our little short we did.
Okay.
And having some fun
Is
with
it Tuesday or
another-
Wednesday?
Let me just
Tuesday.
see this little shiner right here.
I think. Are you off Tuesday?
What if I have to be at court for on the 20th?
What the hell's the 20th?
Cop stuff.
Cop stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Is what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Tuesday.
Yeah.
But anyway, see this little shiner right here on. I was working with a wrench, very long 18-inch crescent wrench.
His wife did it.
And I'm trying to get this frozen, rusted on bolt loose, and it slips, and I basically hit myself with it. Bam!
And see, like I was telling you, I had done that before, but I hit myself in the jaw, and I didn't hit myself with a wrench. I did it with my fist. And it was like, that thing hurt. So I can only imagine what it was like to go full on metal to face. I'm sorry, but
I've
that
hit
had to
myself
hurt.
in the face with dumbbells before at the gym, going really fast. And
Yeah.
Bam!
Oh my God. But
Yeah, I've never thought of that. Someone actually asked, is Papa Fozzie a reference to Chris Jericho's band?
No, I was Fozzie before Chris Jericho had the band.
no,
It just
no,
so
no,
happens.
No.
Yeah, we was.
Wait a minute. Here's a question. When did they have the band?
It was like 6 months before I had already adopted
He
the
said
nickname.
before. Did
No,
you hear
it
that?
was when I adopted the nickname.
Yeah.
Because I know
It was
that
it was
I know
before
you.
then.
I know you went by it since I was like 15, and that was 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And you were already going by it then.
Yeah, it was a screen handle.
Yeah.
And Chris Jericho just so happens to be one of my favorite pro wrestlers.
And he loves the band.
And
so-
I love the music, so it
They
worked.
stole your
I mean,
handle.
it's not a reference to them. Fozzie got started off as an Ozzy Osbourne cover band,
Yeah, I know.
so it's Fozzie instead of Ozzy. I like Fozzie because I thought it sounded cool. At least people aren't thinking I'm Fozzie Bear from the Muppet Babies.
Waka waka.
Waka waka waka.
Oh, God.
Even though I tell horrible
Oh.
jokes.
Question of the week this last week.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit that, and then let's go on to the
James,
other
I'm
stuff.
sorry to break your heart. The vote for Woody Woodpecker 2 came in at 25%. 75% of the people that voted would rather see a live Sonic the Hedgehog.
Did y'all
Well-
not see the horrible?
Well, hold on. To be fair, I did tag the actual film Twitter in the answer, and part of me really thinks that's what that was. It was
so
the
it's fake news.
So it was the producers going, "Oh, dude, they're doing a poll with our movie, and they're challenging us with Woody Woodpecker 2. Everybody go like it." So because we got way more answers than we have been in the past. So and it was like the first day we ended up having like 7 straight away for Sonic the Hedgehog. So
That's Fonzie with an N. Fonzie, Fonzy.
Yeah.
The Fonz.
the Fonz.
Hey.
But yeah, so the question of this week, which I'll put it on Twitter as soon as the show is over. If you were mildly injured by and we'll do it in quotations, vigilante, and I'll tag Alex Jones or not Alex Jones,
Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones in it and say, like Phoenix Jones, would you be upset? Yes or no? Something to that nature
Yeah.
is what we'll do for the question of the week. You can go do that at our Twitter. Go check out our Twitter at Production. What is it?
Jack.
Yeah, Production Jack.
JAK.
And don't forget as well, if you find any stories that you like or want us to talk about in the upcoming Friday episode or anything
speaking of
like that, don't forget
stories.
to use the hashtag JAK Live.
Speaking of stories, I saw one you sent earlier today when I was still, catatonic in bed.
What's up?
Spider-Man redo?
Oh, turns out that was a fan remaster.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it, but that's not the one that we need to hit on. You wanted to talk about Captain Marvel.
Again?
Just one more time. Now that I've had about
And
a week
I've got
for
a
it to-
lot to say about it.
Yeah, and
so-
then you finally saw it too, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it. The
so
Saturday.
I'll let you take
last
this one,
Saturday.
and then I'm gonna follow.
Okay, my take on Captain Marvel. I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of a filler movie, so we would know who she is. But if you've watched the movie, look at her. She's not any more powerful than Thor, but they're building her up like she's a god killer.
Right.
And I don't think she needs to be the face and the savior. Not because she's a woman,
Actually, someone did a breakdown determining that Thor was still more powerful.
probably. I mean, he's an actual demigod. She's just powered by the Tesseract. Guess what? Just like Captain America, got his powers from the Tesseract. Yeah, it was the Tesseract. So she's not. I mean, she can fly and blow stuff up. So can Thor.
Captain America was
Well, actually,
gamma radiation.
according to
In
Thor,
Captain America, the first Avenger,
Mhm.
it was the Tesseract that was the source of where they got how they were able to develop the super or soldier
Oh, the
serum.
serum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
back
that.
to the Thor flying thing.
Hulk
Even
was
he
gamma
stated-
radiation.
No, Thor even stated himself that it's not technically flying; it's more of a throw.
Yeah. He just goes with the hammer.
He just goes with it. So
Okay, well, he can do all that shit and blow stuff up too.
I agreed. Very much agreed.
And he beat up the Hulk.
Hey, you know what though? He got the glowy eyes first.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she needs to be like the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think she needs to be the savior of Avengers Endgame.
Exactly. He rides the hammer.
agreed.
And it's not because of her lack of testosterone. It's just because I don't think she was and she wasn't that interesting of a character in the comic books. That character's comic books did not sell that much, and when they did sell, it was all men.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're talking about when they
Actually,
switched
yeah.
her over to a female.
Someone actually said it.
what?
He rides the hammer like someone rides a bull on the rodeo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, dude. I added in the bull part, but
Yeah. He
That's what
technically
you made
said
me
like a
immediately
He
rodeo.
think
spins it around and it pulls him off.
yeah.
But
I don't see the big build up and the hype for Captain Marvel if she's not going to be any more powerful than anyone else.
well, everybody was talking about the numbers are doing amazing. The numbers are doing amazing. I want to hit on something that recently has been developed, and actually people are starting to question it. Now, on Twitter, there is
Talking about Disney buying the extra tickets.
apparently
kind of like that
Disney
church
is
did whenever Marilyn
botching-
Manson came to town.
Well, it's like Disney apparently. People are stating it's Disney. It could be a third party. It could be Marvel themselves. We don't know. Nobody knows for sure. But there is one theater who the owner said, and I quote, "I have never seen an empty movie theater this close to a film being opened in over 20 years." Now, he's had low, amounts of people showing up when a brand new movie comes out. But for some reason, all the tickets were bought out for that theater. Every single seat, but not one person showed up.
Well, that's like when me and Heather went to see it. I mean, me and the wife went to see it, and it was maybe a third of the theater.
We went to Tinseltown to see it, and there wasn't that many people in it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it was a bad
Well,
movie.
And here's my thing: we went premiere night. We went the
Right.
Thursday it came out. It should have been. It
I
was
went
a
2
Marvel
days later.
movie. You would have expected. I was expecting
Even with all
at
the
least-
controversy.
I was
Yeah.
expecting at least 3/4 of that theater to be full.
Yeah.
We got in there, sat down, and it's like, I mean, y'all know me. I normally try to get center row halfway
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Because that's, to me, is one of the best viewing places. It
I
may not
same
be the
here.
best
I try to
sound,
get-
but viewing.
about the same way.
You look in front of me, and there's maybe 5-6 people sitting in the closer rows.
Yeah, there wasn't that many people there when we showed up.
Look, when it's empty enough that your preacher that you hadn't got to see in like 2 months spots you, comes down and says, "Hey, how you been?" It's like,
You can come watch a
This
movie, but you can't
theater-
come to church.
hey, I work during church hours.
But here's the thing. This owner did like a tweet every few days. And some of the things were incredible. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever been to a huge theater, but I have been to one of those really mega theaters.
Oh yeah,
And you know how like some of the theaters, they have like multiple showings in one
Yeah.
section and they have their own concession stand
Yeah.
area?
Yeah.
He has one of those types of theaters. So Captain Marvel had his own concession stand little area. There were 4 employees and 1 person in the picture
wow.
with 30.
Getting more popcorn and drinks would have been awesome.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing, though, and I hate to be the one that does this because I really think theaters gouge the fuck out of people.
Yeah,
But you have to
Yeah.
stop and think. At the door, when you buy a ticket,
about $10.
well, if you buy a ticket, they get a percentage and the movie gets a percentage.
Yeah,
That's how this works. So their real bread and butter is concession stands. And
Yep.
if Disney really is
that's why you
buying
pay
out movie theaters,
$6 for a soda this size.
well, the thing is, if you know Disney is really doing that, they're hurting these theaters
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that is their bread and butter. This is how they pay their employees. This is how they buy more movies. This is how they stay in rotation and in business, and pay themselves.
gotten past the flat ass.
But
BS
BS killed
killed
it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If she wouldn't have opened her mouth, and I mean,
Got all political with it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about these actors' politics. That don't bother me.
Yeah,
What bothers me is when you make a movie that I could have probably enjoyed, especially with a connection to a series that I really love and thousands of other fans love, and you turn it about politics. Yeah, it's going to turn people away.
Mhm.
Well, I
Well-
was trying to say earlier, it's a filler movie to introduce a new character for their big end game is their big thing.
yeah,
Avengers has always been Marvel's
Mm.
big thing. They have a solo movie to introduce the character, then they put them in Avengers. Then another couple of solo movies, then a team up, then Avengers.
Mm.
Then it was a filler movie, but they were wanting these just unrealistic numbers
Yeah.
for a filler.
And that's the thing,
show.
though. They're,
Even then,
they're
though, I mean-
number-wise, they're doing what they said they wanted to do,
Yeah.
and that's the messed up part. But the thing is if one theater is having this kind of problems out of 20 years of owning a movie theater, and he's
Mm.
had to do one showing on like the opening weekend of an empty theater room,
Yeah.
that is terrible. But who bought the tickets? And that's another question that he really had. He actually states it in his tweet. He says, usually when I may have 4 that'll buy tickets online. They won't show up, but at least over half of them are going to want a refund.
yeah.
At least. This was over 25 seats, right? Keep this in mind. 25 seats and not one person called for a refund. Why?
Yeah. White Wolf's comment. It's funny because it's already time for them to pull a Spider-Man on the LOL.
I mean,
Filler, nailed it. Preach. It's a filler movie to introduce a character.
Yeah. Well,
And she's not
y'all
any
know-
more powerful than anyone else.
Y'all know me. I go to see a movie or show because I like the movie, the
Yeah.
show, the characters in it. Not the people, but the characters.
right.
And y'all know me. I have that one person I reference every time. Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah.
Because-
You like Guinan, but you
because
don't like
I-
Whoopi.
Yeah. Love Guinan. If I ever did another Star Trek, I hope she comes back as Guinan. As far as Whoopi Goldberg, she can jump off the nearest cliff into a pit of sharks. I mean,
I nearly fought a cop a couple of days ago.
That
Tommy,
was
what the
Tommy.
hell are you
It
doing?
was me and him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were horsing around.
Anyway, nonetheless,
go for the eye with a wrench. You'll nail him every time.
I lost train of thought. But
You had
nonetheless,
to have a thought first.
I lost my thought again. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Old age is a bitch.
And I officially took the train off the tracks.
Oh, you really did, dude. But nonetheless, if they would have left all that out, this movie would have done amazing.
Yeah.
And I would have gone and seen it. I would have, I wouldn't have ragged on it as hard as I have been. and I'm going to continue to rag on it. I'm not going to the theaters to see this movie. I'm really not. I will I will get my hands on a DVD copy if somebody buys it, yada yada yada. But I am not gonna give this bitch my money. I mean that's plain and simple. I will not do it.
Oh, she's done got her money. Don't worry about that. When you go see a movie, you're not really supporting the actor or actress. You're supporting the studio,
And the
that has
studio allowed
already
it.
paid them.
The studio allowed it. That's where I have an issue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if Marvel or Disney would have stood up and said, "Hey, Brie, shut the fuck up," I'd have been like, "Finally," and I probably would have gone and seen the film.
So who has seen the trailer for the latest trailer for Avengers Endgame?
Oh, it
I
looks
have.
good.
All right, did you see the eye contact between Thor and
Yeah.
There you go. There's your toxic masculinity.
And
He's just
he throws
staring.
his hand up right next to her, and the hammer goes flying past her head, and he catches it, and he goes, "I like her."
They say it's trying to intimidate, but I've seen that look way too many times. He liked what he's saying.
Which, honestly, apparently he's a breast man because he sure as hell ain't an ass one.
So you're saying he's no longer an ass guardian? Hey, her ass went the way of his planet. It's gone.
Waiting for the stream and some more vodka. But what did Tommy say? Roses are red, violets are V. That tells me nothing, dude. I feel like there needs to be more of a poem here, man. But no, like Endgame to me looks pretty badass. I'm actually very excited for Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as much as I don't like Captain Marvel being added to it, although I did see a tweet and I think I retweeted it. Somebody took the Endgame poster and basically took paint and they just took black and went straight down where Captain Marvel was and reposted it again to Marvel and said, "There, fixed it." I was like, yes, yes. Like out of all the characters they had in that lineup,
Here we go. Normally I can look.
Oh,
by.
here it is. Roses are red, violets are blue. That trailer left a mark. I don't feel well, Mr. Stark.
Oh no,
dude! I think you became everyone's favorite target for that gag.
Endgame, people will bow to it. Pretty much.
You know what? Endgame to me is going to be like Infinity War. It had a shitty starter film like Black Panther, and Infinity War came out and everybody's like,
for filler, Black Panther was awesome.
I will
want
give
to watch.
that.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Although the only
again.
thing that really upset me with Black Panther were the blanket guys.
Blanket guys, which ones?
They were the ones that were holding their robes, and the only thing I could think of, and it turns into a shield, and the only thing that crossed my mind was, "I have my blankie, back off, teddy bear." Like, that was the thing that crossed my mind the entire time. I'm like, if you really wanted to stick with African realism to it, give them real shields, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
They had them. We have it in history.
They could be the
Instead, Marvel
upgraded
gave them
shields.
blankets.
The robes.
Yeah, but
that didn't make any sense to me because the
that's-
African warriors, they had these very long
shields, yeah.
that was big enough to cover them, but small enough they could reach around.
Yeah, it was kind of a
So there
thin
wasn't any
shape.
need for the blanket.
And then, that was
the
the thing.
cloak or
They
whatever.
used a blanket. Like the rhinos, I get, okay, that's fine. I understood it. And, it was pretty cool, actually. I kind of dug it. But the blankets, the blanket thing, it was like, my blankie will protect me. And the entire time I was just going, you could have gave them shields and it would have been just
Legit
as cool.
shields.
It would have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that movie was really good. And you know what? There was no, there were people trying to put politics in it.
Well, that was the thing. That was the actors trying to take politics into it. But you know what? I have to say that they did it tastefully. They weren't saying that, no, you can't come
You
to
can't
this
come watch it
movie.
because you're white.
It was more along the lines of, this is just for black people that, we want to empower them. I'm cool with that, and that didn't bother me. Granted, I didn't like the fact that they turned it all about that, but then again, if you stop and think about it, the original comic books, that's kind of what it was too. So I wasn't too upset about
Black
it.
Panther was put in to give diversity to Marvel Comics.
And I was cool with that. I had no
That's
problem
fine.
with
I'm all fine with diversity. Don't tell me I can't come watch a movie because of what I look
White
like.
male.
Oh,
Yeah.
the comments. I love them.
What's going on?
How do we think Tony Stark is getting rescued? Someone said Loki, maybe? Rocky Balboa? Elon Musk? Or Rambo?
It's going to be Nebula.
Fuck all of you. Riley's coming to save us all. The aliens are coming.
Ripley.
Ripley.
Yeah,
Ripley.
Riley. Ripley.
I thought for some reason I wanted to say her name was Riley.
Ripley.
But now that I
Ripley.
really think about it, it was Ripley.
And now you feel dumb.
Stan
Yes, I
Lee.
do.
I like that idea. Stan Lee just shows up like, "You're a true believer."
Oh, that was something else. Kevin Smith kills me on Twitter. I'm sorry, but Kevin Smith started to kind of peeve me off with this. He found a way to make Captain Marvel look good in a weird way. He goes and sees the first movie by himself, and he puts it out on Twitter, a picture of him in absolute tears talking about, you know, Stan Lee's cameo, and he was holding the Mallrats script.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool though.
And I get it.
I thought he was going to
underst-
tear up in the interview.
Well, see, that's the thing is you know, on Twitter, he was just like bawling
Yeah.
bad. I mean, he looked horrible. Like he had been like basically the start of the movie started. He started crying and didn't quit till the credits happened. You know, like that's how he looked. And then,
But you know, him and Stan had gotten close.
I know. And this is the thing, though. This is what bothered me is the next day. I think it was the next day or the day after. I'm not 100% sure. He goes and sees it with his wife, and another picture appears of him again in full out tears again. And I'm going, okay, now you're kind of milking it a little bit. Like the first time I felt bad for you. I even tweeted at him. I was like, dude, man, that sucks. I can only imagine, you know, losing a friend like that. And his last cameo was a shout out to you. That would suck. Like I couldn't imagine if one of these guys did something like that just before they went and I was still alive and had to see that. That would hurt me.
He
That
had
would
to know about
physically
it
hurt.
ahead of time for legal
Actually,
reasons.
yeah.
But
Well, they actually had to call him because I watched the YouTube interview he did. He
Right.
actually said that they had actually had to contact him to get audio
Yeah,
because Stan was already going downhill
voice was
at that
kinda
point,
weak.
and his voice was real weak, and he wasn't getting it up there.
yeah.
They actually contacted Kevin going, look, we know this is actually a line he's reading out of, the first they told him, we got something to tell you. You can't tell anyone because, it's going to be in the movie.
we will have you killed.
Yeah.
You will be assassinated.
And they were like, we need to see if you have any of the footage of him running this line and getting it, ups and downs and back and forth. So he actually went through, got a hold of, I think, what was it, Universal has the,
I
Paramount
think
or Paramount?
I think they have it now.
so they actually went through and looked back and found the audio for him reading that line and just
Yeah.
synced up the audio. That's how you get him actually, saying it.
Man. Well, anyway, like I said, he milked it for all it was worth because the next day after that, he goes and sees it a third time. This
Honestly,
time with
like I
his
said,
daughter.
Like I said, it wasn't a
Take the whole
bad
flipping
movie.
family to one showing. Like it just to me, it felt like he did it for milking.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. If one of y'all was in a movie, I'd go see it a few times.
Oh, I would too. Like if it was one of you guys.
So
I
don't be
probably-
hating on poor Kev.
I'm not
I mean,
hating on him. It's just
It felt like he was milking it. I kind of got that.
yeah.
but
I'm not.
you don't know the people's feels.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he might want to go
don't
watch
feel
it
bad.
again.
Your
just-
7-year-old was not the only one that bawled when Stan died. All three of us did.
Yeah, I actually you can go see that episode.
I didn't cry. I was just.
I teared up a little bit.
You
towards
teared
it.
up.
I
No, I
teared.
didn't.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Shut up. Jamie's crying.
No, I'm not. I didn't know the man.
Still though,
He's still been an
he was an
influence.
amazing person. Have a soul, yes. Please have a soul, James. I mean, actually, you can go see our Stan Lee tribute. We really do have that. That was a rough episode for me.
But back to the Kevin Smith thing. We don't. I mean, you don't really know his emotions. It felt like he was milking it, but you don't know. I mean, he might have went to watch it all those times just to feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that love again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because they had gotten to be pretty good friends.
Yeah, and that's the thing that would hurt. But I don't know if I could suffer through it 3 times. Like I said, if one of these two numbskulls did something like that for me just before they, God forbid, left the earth, that would really upset me, and I would go and see it. But I think once I got through the film, I would go home, cry, because that, I'm not gonna lie, I will cry, and I will bury myself into a bottle of fucking whiskey,
Rum.
whatever I can get my hands on.
Rum. If it's for me, it better be rum.
It'll be rum, whiskey, whatever I can get my hands on, man. And that
On a lighter note, since we're talking about Kevin Smith, He's halfway through production.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
They are officially past the halfway mark on the production.
Please tell me
for
you've seen
Jay
the
and Silent
tweets.
Bob rebooted. Dude, I've been watching the YouTube one.
Oh, really?
Yes, Kevin Smith's YouTube. He actually has been doing a follow along.
Really?
The Road to Reboot on YouTube. Huh?
Well, and that's the thing. I can't wait for him to finish it. I really can't.
Yeah.
Because I really want to see how he's going to do this. Like, is he going to follow along the rules of the road? I mean,
Yes, Snoochies Boochies.
Snoochie Boochies. $15, little man. Put
Put
that shit in my hand.
If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, owe me, owe.
My
Oh, we,
juggalo.
my
Oh,
jungle.
we, oh, we, oh.
I wanna get to know ya, know ya.
Oh, we, oh, we, oh.
No, we're not fans at all. No. But I think we're going to end it here. That was actually a good note to kind of end it on for us, you know?
Well, I figured, since we were talking bad about Kevin a little bit, we need to at least get a good positive in because we are Kevin Smith fans.
In the end, we
For
really are.
those that have just started following us more recently, I made a trip to New York back in January with the wife, and yes, we went by New Jersey and went to the Secret Stash. My Pikachu hat actually has the Kevin Smith pin on it.
I can't believe you didn't take us.
I know.
We've been with you longer than she has.
Yes,
For
but it
real.
was her idea.
Heather, you're in trouble.
Oh, that's okay, guys. She's mad at us for the idea of all of us going to New Orleans next week. Because she loves New Orleans.
Payback.
Yeah.
Spoilers. But no, we trailer.
How am I a traitor? All of us are getting her back by going down there next week. But yes, it's a little bit of a spoiler. But like I said, follow our Twitter next Tuesday. There will
I think
be
we ought
videos
to
pop up.
do a YouTube video as well.
I was.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna do. I figured we'd do little mini cuts
I'm
and
down.
post them to Twitter.
I'm down, and then we'll kind of
Stitch it together at the end.
So you'll be able to see it on YouTube, but you'll see it faster if you.
Sorry.
Bad, Jamie. Bad. Hit the wrong button too soon.
Anyway, let's go ahead and cut this. Apparently, James is in a hurry.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. I pushed the wrong button, but we do need to go ahead and end it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Fatman Gregory.
James, Papa Fozzie Leach.
Don't forget to do the hashtag. Don't forget to
Like.
Share.
and subscribe. We appreciate you guys every week. This is one of the funnest things I think we ever get to do. Every single weekend, being able to kind of just chill and talk. And
If
Just-
only they saw everything behind the scenes.
I know. if
Wake
you-
your ass up and get in the vehicle.
Kyle's doing the Southern goodbye where he says goodbye and then keeps talking.
Yep. So anyway, we
Be sure
appreciate
to
you.
watch us next week on Twitter.
Pull up our individual Twitters, please, sir.
Right there.
So you'll be able to see that, as well as you can go to JAK's Twitter. Also, if you find any stories or anything that you'd like to talk about every next weekend, don't forget to use the hashtag JAK
Hey, share it
Live.
to our Twitter.
Yeah, or share it to our Twitter as well. We would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you next Friday. Take it easy, guys, and keep an eye out for that Louisiana fun.
Deuces.
Mike's.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. I could feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplify deep inside once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I want in life. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. Got a body and she naughty, never want her off me. Hot like wasabi, hot like some coffee. We drink like a hobby, like to get sloppy. We ain't never stopping. I just wanna drink with this girl all day. I don't wanna think, I just want to play. Keep me underneath the sheets while we sleep all day. I just wanna feed everything I crave.
I recall the first day that I met you. How could I forget you? No, I don't regret you. Hope I don't upset you. I miss laying in bed too. Your head up on my chest, you would never second best, boo.
Sipping on some liquor, we remember all the good times. Live a little quicker, thinking bigger, wish we could climb. Look up in the mirror, seeing clear for our first time. Just a couple sinners, man, I wish I could reverse time.
Yeah, we fake it till we make it, or we break it, often hate it. Getting faded, getting naked, every time I feel impatient. And sometimes I can't escape it, I just wanna feel you shaping. Like my dreams, I can't sit back, I have to chase them.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have.